going to be prepping for our Run My One Shot stream. So I know some friends from our Discord chat. If you're in that stream, go away. And you can watch this later on YouTube, but we're gonna go ahead and like set up the one shot in Foundry. I don't think it'll take very long. It's a pre-made one shot from this book, the Game Master's Book of Random Encounters. I've been trying to like go through all these one shots and like go through the books and just see how I like them. Because I do feel like they have a lot of good stuff in it, but it's so much to digest. So it's like, well, we'll just start with the one-shots. We're going to be doing the one-shot called Presto Changeo. It's for levels 1 through 5. I told them level 5 because level 1 sucks, and anything below 3 I feel like sucks. So we're going to do level 5. I think that this only needs 2 maps. I was looking at it, so I'm gonna try to do most of the stuff in Foundry first, and then from there, if I have time, because I only really want to stream for about an hour, mostly because baby kicked my butt today, so I'm real tired, but she kicked my butt this week, let's be honest. But I am going to try to set up the stuff in Foundry first. If I still have time, I will probably try to create one of the maps. It's just like a warehouse. Ooh, don't hit the mic. It's a warehouse, so it's like one room. The other one is like a fairgrounds, and I feel like Birdie's Maps made one of these, or maybe Kirsty did, and it's in the Discord, so I might just use their map, because if it's a festival, I could probably just add a little bit to it, and then I'm not creating completely from scratch because I am definitely a lazy DM. So we're going to run through like the items, the different like stuff that I kind of do to set up one-shots in Foundry, then maybe Dungeondraft map making, but if we don't get to that, I might do map making another stream, or even just to the Discord community. One-shot is essentially about a festival called the Feats of Valor, and it is essentially going to be like the biggest event in the area, and these 5 lucky adventurers have wanted to go to this, earn the title for the best at something. So there's going to be a series of different like arcade type games, everything from like strength, there was like a meat pie eating contest, there's an archery range, all of that. But of course, it's not an adventure unless something goes wrong, right? So in this one, one of the merchants will be selling something. In this case, it is going to be a set of cure-all potions that can do anything your heart desires. I'm going to have to create several different items for that. All of the potions are going to be sabotaged to some extent, and then chaos, right? So, and then it's a race to find who sabotaged these. Okay. I did a thing. I updated to version 11, which so far everything works, but I don't recommend if you are playing anything that's not D&D 5e, because I can't play Pathfinder, so I'm gonna, if they don't update it soon, I'm gonna have to revert. Also, I realized that like if you're a part of the Foundry community, they really have a good Discord, and they update a lot of stuff on there, and on the in the like Pathfinder chat they do say like don't update yet because the Pathfinder system is not working in Foundry. But I have like 8 million different Discords, and the only one I pay attention to really is my own. So I didn't see that yet. We're also gonna kind of try to make sure all my modules are working. Back to this. So Foundry, here we are. So we're going to run my one shot. This is where I'm going to be playing like all of my different one shot streams are going to be in here. We are going to have to change, I think, a few names because I think the last one we ran, we had Justin and we don't have Justin anymore. And we're subbing in Raul and Drake. And I don't think Jerry played with us either. For me in particular, I do a lot of different things. So I like to have like a dashboard that people come into. Ooh, see, Monk's active tile triggers doesn't work, so that's great. Well, does it not work? I feel like I tried it. Please hold. It does work. But maybe there's something other than the one thing I use that module for that doesn't work. Regardless, so we're gonna like change all of this, right? So first, I don't know if we have, let me open up D&D Beyond. So we have some of the characters, but not all of them, which is fine. I didn't tell them to have their characters ready for the stream, but we can see we have a fighter battle master, a cleric of the forge domain, a rogue who's an assassin, and some sort of wizard over here. There's one more who's not here. Jerry's not here, and I think he mentioned some sort of rogue as well. I don't know. They're still discussing. So normally what I do, one of the first things is I import all of the characters, but because they're not ready and I told them they didn't have to be yet, we're just gonna go ahead and edit this stuff, so, and just put in placeholder tokens. I don't care about the font. Everything else should be fine. Then we have that. I stay as me. And then the story is different. Caps Presto change oh with an E, not Chango. Across the land, townsfolk everywhere talk of the great feats of valor. Held once a year in the town of Allfair. Feet Fest, as it is colloquially named, is the one time a year in Allfair where shops close in favor of stalls and booths, and people from all across the region come to compete against their peers to determine who is the most gifted at a particular task. From archery and strength to truth seekers and dancers, this festival will showcase the best of the best. This year, you and your group are determined to go and see it for yourselves. See, I wrote a pretty good intro for that. Oh, it's ugly. We need it smaller. Okay. Let's do 60. I feel like it needs a break in there. It's too long. That's a marketing thing, I feel like. This could be written in a different font. Oops, I didn't hit save. By the way, this module that I'm using to do this is advanced drawing tools because, wait, let's cut that. Because I find it actually makes paragraphs and I just feel like it adds more options, but that could just be me. I also haven't really checked to see if version 10 updated the drawing tools at all, but anyway, so we're gonna make this bigger. And maybe a different, what is that? What font is that? Update. Oh, it's not good. Let's just do this. Good old Times New Roman. We don't need a stroke. 0. Drop shadow, fine. Where's the font size? It needs to be bigger than that. It was 60, so let's make this 65. Also need to get rid of this line. Oh god, this is the boring part, I'm sorry. There we go. And we'll create the players. So these are the players from the last game, so I'm probably going to move them into this folder, which is the one I had for the special delivery one shot, and then I'm actually gonna archive this because I don't need all of these. I don't know if anybody else does this, but if you do this, this actually saves room on here, because otherwise you have, it's loading all of these assets, and so then it can slow it down for both you and your players. So anytime you're not using a particular scene or like a whole bunch of actors and you don't really need them, you can export them to a compendium and then you can keep it so you have all of those ready if you ever, you know, if I ever want to play this one shot again for friends, I'll still have all of these different actors and stuff in one place, but it's not going to be readily available, so it's not going to make everything slow down. So hot tip there, I guess. This is version 11 and they like updated the compendium stuff, and I don't know if I like it. Like, it's definitely better than before, but it's still like, it's still a mess. So I feel like I have to like reorganize everything. Now I can delete all of these because it's now archived, so I can get rid of this. And I actually did that for the scenes in this already because I was in here playing around before. So it's here. Like, here's all the scenes from that one shot. So now we're just gonna make some placeholder tokens. Okay, so we've got their tokens. I'm not gonna put them on here until they're actually tokens. But the other thing I'm gonna do is delete these tokens, not the camera one. These guys need to not be dead. So this is just like the practice area that I have, so that way, because technically my server is up all the time, so if they want to come in and like make sure things are working for their characters, or if they're like not sure how to use Foundry or something, they can come and practice without having their characters ready. But only if I make sure these all have all players. Yep. So they should already be like that. I just deleted them before. But these are like just the pre-made practice characters. The other thing we're going to do is set up the users. Things like that's what this is for too, to practice going up and down stairs to make sure your tokens can. And then this is my camera, which I guess I can make invisible, which I didn't realize last time. Appearance. Ha ha ha. But now it still says camera. Okay, well, whatever. Just floating words camera following people around. So there's a series of different challenges. So if anybody has any like good carnival challenges, throw them at me, because what they've provided in here is probably not enough for our group, because I just have a feeling that they always look for things that aren't included, right? So if you can throw more at me, sure. But here's what they've included. So they've included a small fighting ring where a grappler named Tater Von Spud is taking on challengers. So a strength challenge. An archery range where a female half-elf compels players to try their luck at hitting a moving target. So that's Dex. A meat pie eating contest led by a heavy-set human male. So we've got our con. A covered wagon that's been turned into a traveling storefront. That's our potion guy. And liars and truth seekers. Make 3 statements, and one of them is a falsehood. The truth seeker can roll a wisdom check against the liar's charisma to determine which of their statements is false. And they can act either as the liar or the truth seeker. Okay. If you fool her or sniff out her falsehoods 3 times, you get some stuff. And then there's a dance competition. which I don't think we have any bards, so this is, you know, kind of sad. Chance for sages and minstrels to work together to keep a meaningful memory alive. It's a combined history check and performance check to reproduce a historical event in a performance, and the top score wins. I was thinking about throwing in my wagon apple seller guy. He's somebody I like. I don't know if I completely made him up or if I just found him somewhere on the internet and then like tweaked him, but he sells really ugly apples. Like, they're misshapen and weird. You almost don't think they're apples, aside from the fact that they like have the color of apples and they smell like apples. If you eat it, you roll a d4, and then if you roll a 4, or is it a 1? I can't remember. But if you roll a 4, you get like all the benefits of a long rest or something. So we're going to make some of these items, pretty much all of these potions that he has. The rest is kind of like these challenges are fine. Like I can make an NPC. The rest I can just put in like a journal entry in here. Although I might actually write it out because I have my journal here. So I actually might write some of that out later off stream just because that'll help me remember it better. And then I can have a quick notes for it instead of jumping through journal entries and that kind of thing. And then there's some special items, like there's this note. We might take a little bit to just make that. I might actually make a graphic for the one. So I guess if you guys want to see me use Illustrator. All of these items are from, these are, let's create a new folder for these. These are, I'll fix this. Create, oh my god, so many things. Okay, create a compendium here. And we're just gonna call this one-shot items. And we'll call it items, and we'll create it, and then now let's try. Export it to compendium. Yay! Jesus. I don't know why it has to be so complicated. Then we delete this. Yes, and then double check that. I probably should check it before you delete it. That would be smart to do, but you know, whatever. Too late. So we've got a potion. Maybe I'll do like, because I don't want to like bore everybody with everything. Maybe I'll make one NPC, one potion, and then start the one map. And then you guys can kind of see how I do everything. They all have consequences. So I'm gonna have to create like special hidden text that only the DM can see. Because there's no way in heck I'm gonna remember any of these. But this is a Jolly Giant Strength Potion. Okay, so it's a consumable. Let's see what kind of icons not in here. So we're gonna go with that. Okay, so details. So do a secret. Actually, we should bump it up because they're level 5. Yeah, they're level 5. We should bump it up a little bit. I want this to be hilarious. Although, I guess if it's a wisdom save, would someone who's wise take a strength potion? Or would they save that for the people who are strong? You know what I mean? So maybe it doesn't need to be bumped up, but I'm bumping it up anyway. I'm gonna say 14. I think the con save should be bumped up too. 16. Because again, they're level 5 and I kind of want things to happen. So this says 12 and 10, but we're changing it because I'm the DM and what I say it goes. Okay, that's a secret part. And then this is, can I do italics? Hello, italics. This is also too small. Let's make it, can you guys even see anything? Probably not. Now it's real big, but the font is still tiny. Is there not? There it is. Oh my god. All right. But it is from this book, so Random Encounters. And I do this so that if I ever have to look it up later, I can. And I don't have to think about it. They're all free in this thing, so we're not going to add a price. And the effects are +5. Well, that's fine. So we got 1. So I'm not going to sit here and create all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 more. I can tell you guys what they are. There's one for, so essentially every one of the challenges has one, right? So, you know, the strength, so you can beat Tater Von Spud, and I'm 5 years old. Then there's the potion of Elvish Aiming, so +5 to Dex, advantage, but the bad part is disadvantage on all saving throws, because their vision is so keen, they are overwhelmed. Rock and a Hard Place potion. If you take a hit, you'll barely notice. +1 to AC and 40 temporary hit points for 1 hour. But then they start to feel like their flesh is burning from underneath and suffer 20 points of acid damage and 2 points of exhaustion. That's a hard one. We won't be boosting that one. Then there's a brain booster one, +5 intelligence and advantage. The bad thing is -5 to charisma. And disadvantage on concentration saves. And then a wisdom one. So yeah, a wisdom and a charisma one. So there's one for each. There's one for each ability check, but there's not a challenge for each ability check. Is there? So what's missing? Lore. Dances of Lore is charisma. Truth Seekers is wisdom. Grappling Pit is strength. Con. So I'm missing intelligence. What's an intelligent kind of thing? That was a really dumb sentence, right? Like, what challenges your intelligence? Should we, let's look it up. Let's see. Have them build something. Oh, okay. Intelligence, craft is an that's a good one. I think we'll go with something like that. So let's write this down because I'll figure it out later. But I need an intelligence challenge. We can use crafting. Crafting is intelligence based. So maybe it's like, it can be like just piles of maybe little like sticks and stones, and you have to create the best looking, I don't know, house out of it or something. Best house, but that's determined by the highest intelligence roll or something. I like that. Oh, there's that. Let's create an NPC so you guys can see how I do that, I guess. There, we can make Tater Von Spud. He's just a human, I believe, right? Here they are. Tater Von Spud, the roving grappler, is known for his goading taunts and skills in the fighting pit. Should have been more prepared. Well, he looks like a potato. What creature looks like a potato? So we're gonna create a folder, which I didn't do last time. Oh no, I did. Did I? I don't know. So Presto change-o, because I like to be organized. Surprise, if you didn't know that about me, where have you been? This is a non-player character, and its name is Tater Von Spud. So I like to go to 2-minute token editor because they have all of these, they're really cutesy looking tokens. I mean, I know they're not as nice as, like, you know, Midgar or whatever, but and I might have one of our Discord members has a subscription and she was like, I'll do it for you, and maybe I'll have them do that, but for now let's type in potato and see what comes up. Nothing, probably. No potatoes. Okay, so a human, he's a male. We're gonna go with human, but he needs to be real buff. Yeah, like a barbarian. He looks like a potato. Actually, these ones look more like potato. Website, by the way, 2-minute tabletop. Obviously, they have a token editor. We're gonna go with this guy because it's the best looking one, I feel. But you can actually change like all of their colors. Look at all these downloads. This is Tater. And then we'll put it in here. So downloads. Tater. Open. There he is. Select. I always edit it, so under prototype. Okay. I like to show names when they're funny names like that, or if they're anything that's not a creature, you know, like people or whatever. Link actor data, I don't need to do that. Oh, I don't need him to have adjectives. So he's friendly. Sheet. Let's change it. Oh, I don't have... No! Okay, hold on. We need to turn on module. Which I just found out Combat Carousel isn't going to be supported in 11, so it might not ever work. So that's kind of sad. I'm looking for tidy UI. It is on. So... But where's the other part? I'm missing one. Oh no, does it not work with version 11? This is why you shouldn't update. Wait 2 months. Don't get impatient like me. It's not on here. Okay. Get this off of here. Let's see. Oh god. This is not nicer to look at, if I'm honest. See this? Oh no. No. Oh, okay. It just wasn't installed. Wait, is there anything else that wasn't installed before we like... I don't need that right now. Token attacher. I don't know. Prior. Okay, that's fine. Everything else is okay. Using Monk's combat details instead of combat carousel because it was giving me some issues on 10. Combat marker. Oh yeah, I had a combat. It was a, what was it called? Turn marker or something, but I don't know if that one's still supported, because I had that for version 9 or whatever versions I had before that, and then I didn't update it because it wasn't working at the time, but I don't know if it ever updated later. But combat details, I'll have to look at that because, yeah, combat carousel, which is super nice, it's not gonna work anymore because I guess he's like not actually a developer. I read his whole life story because I was like interested, but he was like, I'm not an actual developer. Like I just made this one thing, this for Foundry because I liked it, but it's becoming harder and harder for him to maintain. So I guess he's like okay with giving it to somebody else to maintain, but nobody's come forth for that because like I married a developer, so like I get to hear all of the stuff. He actually really enjoys it, so it's not a big deal, but I feel like it's a lot to take over somebody else's code and then mess with it and then do it the right way, especially if that person wasn't super experienced, which it sounds like this person wasn't super experienced. But yeah, so this is the combat carousel, and I guess it's not going to be supported in 11. Currently it's working, but that doesn't mean it will always work, which sucks because I literally just did a video, and in it I put that in there. This is the one that's coming out on Saturday, and I put that in that video, and now it's you know, I went to like take the links because I like to put all the links for all the different modules that I'm using in the description. It's a lot of effort, but I feel like I would appreciate that if I were looking at the modules so I know which one is which. So I went to grab that link for Combat Carousel, and it said on there that it was like not going to be supported after like starting in version 11. So I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, okay. Yeah. What did I turn on? Oh yeah, this. Oh my god. I'm having like, okay. I didn't turn it on. I just installed it. Lord. Where'd it go? Tidy. Here it is. See this? That's what we're looking for. I like this better because it just, the basic UI for this sucks. Yeah, see, look, it looks so much nicer, but now he has nothing. Yeah, Tidy Sheet is like super nice. That was from Justin. Justin gave me this one and it was great. Okay, but let's change his stuff. So he has 45 hit points. Hide, armor, just drop it on him, but it's equipped. Is this equipped? Doesn't look equipped. Nope. How do I equip it? Am I dumb? Maybe I am. Oh, here we go. I just had to touch it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's equipped. Now he has 12, but that's still wrong because the strength is wrong. Okay, so he is a grappler, so we're gonna have to go into monsters. Monster features. Let's see, grappler. So he's a grappler. Put that on here, but we might have to edit it. And then he's also reckless. And we'll put that on here. He has actions, which are grapple. Okay, multi-attack, creature makes, yep, so we put that here. And we need throw, is that a thing? No. So we're just gonna make up our own, that's fine, I guess. And, alright, so we're gonna add one, new feature. Oh, edit, and then gonna pick an icon. We're gonna use this one, whatever, and then we're gonna call this grapple. And we're gonna change this to makes a grapple attack. I guess that's why, because it's just a thing. It's not an actual... Oh, I see. This is like... So, yeah, the throw feature might depend on a weapon, but this is like he's throwing the grappled creature. So, I don't know. They make it as an action. So we'll just make our own action. That's how that goes. So, makes a grapple attack. That's a contested strength roll. Against the... Oh, helps if you spell contested right. And that's it. It's really just a grapple. Because I guess grappling is just an action you could take, so it's probably why it's not in the thing. That makes sense. But, you know, my brain's not working today, so we'll just keep that going. Yeah, maybe? A throw effect? Sure. So okay, so those are his actions. We're gonna edit this multi-attack. Tater makes 2 attacks. That's it. Tater Von Spud. There's some other ones which I won't get too far into. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. I think all in all, with the items and the, what do you call this? NPCs, I think all of that will probably take me, now that I've like started, like on a little bit of a roll, so that's good. But it'll probably take me like another hour to get all of those in here. But I want to at least show what I do for map making. So this is like a pre-made map. There's also a digital version of this, which I have the images of the map, but sometimes if I don't want to purchase like the digital version of a book if I already have the physical copy, because why would you want to? This one was real cheap. I think like when I got it, it was like on sale or something, so it was like under $5, so I was like, okay. If I don't want to do that, literally I just take a picture of this and upload it to my computer, and then we go from there. So I should put a logo on here or something, right? Like Cantrips Media live stream or something, whatever. But for now, it's just gonna be empty. So here's Dungeondraft. So we're gonna create a new one. I don't know how big this map is, and I closed the book like a dummy. Here we go. This map is 20 by 16, so 20 tiles wide by 16. Also, like, you know, don't try to make maps bigger than like what they are on here, but sometimes I even take these maps and I make them smaller because sometimes it's too much room, and then suddenly they're like running real far across fields or whatever, and it's just so we're gonna disable the shadows, the wall shadow. I will keep that, and then I hope my packs are on here. No, turn that on. My shadow pack is on. I don't think I need that one. And then accept. There's lots of more like asset packs, but I don't use a lot of them, so if you guys know of any really good ones with good items, let me know, because I'm always looking, but I'm like, it's too much work to like upload all of that stuff. So if you find an easy solution, let me know. So we're gonna go to this guy, the settings button, and we're gonna go to trace image, and we're gonna have to find it. See, this is the downloaded version. Okay, great. We'll make this big. It's not gonna line up perfectly. Actually, it does kind of line up perfectly. But I'm not gonna sit here and make the map on this stream, so maybe I'll make the map next stream. I might stream next week. I'll post it in the Discord chat, like me making this map. We'll just make this whole thing. Obviously we're gonna have to wing it a little, and I think I might add more to it because it just seems very empty in certain areas. We'll see. And I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't know what that is, like a cask? Yeah. Oh, okay. And each one of these areas has different potion vats, but it's like, oh, that's interesting. But nobody would know in these. So I think I might put actual like potions like as as little objects on the map. That way it gives more of a hint, because like this book isn't like the best with maps. Like they have plenty of them and it's great and they're already made, but I feel like when you're in the virtual tabletop like realm, you are expecting like fancier maps or whatever. But we're gonna save this for now. This is Potion Lab, and we're gonna save it and we'll deal with that later. Let's import your character real fast because we can do that. Oh, I don't know if anybody else has done this before, but there's plenty of tutorials. Here's Jerry's. Let's go back to D&D Beyond. Are you up here? Jerry, you're not in here. Let me look at the... I got it. I found it. Okay. Alrighty. No thanks. Okay. Ooh. Hey, this character is familiar. Maybe he's not. There's a lot of anime characters with white hair and red eyes, so maybe not. But he does kind of look familiar. Okay, so here's his character. We need this link. We copy this. We go to Foundry. We find his thing. First, we should configure the ownership to Jerry. He's the owner. And that's that. I also should make this one owner in case I have too many things open. Okay. We should configure all of these actually. Jerry's character. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna click on his thing. You're gonna see this beautiful button, and you're gonna click it. And you're gonna paste that URL here. And then I don't change any of these, I don't think. Yeah, none of those. So I'm just gonna go ahead and the image. I do change that so that it pulls the image in. And start that, and don't step on the keyboard. No, don't step on the keyboard. Oh no, cat interference here. These are his abilities, right? So we're gonna go ahead and I think all of those are fine. Yeah. So, and that's it. And then it'll upload it. It'll change over here. And then I always have names shown for everybody. We don't need that. And then, does he have dark vision? Flake, please stop. This is not your pencil. Cats. It doesn't look like you do. What are you? Click on sheet. Oh yeah, you're right. I do need to do that. Okay. So I always just show HP because people are gonna ask anyway, and for characters. I don't show HP for monsters because I like that to be, you know, hidden. The other thing I used to do, but I don't do anymore, I used to put the AC value, this one, so that would hover. Oh my god, Flint. Get your tail out of here. That used to hover on your head too, so then I wouldn't have to ask. But Monk's token bar is at the bottom, so sheet. Oh yes, this sheet. Save. There's a dark theme? Wait a second. Excuse. Let me look at the dark theme. Oh my lord, I love it. But maybe other people don't love it. Oh. Everything is dark. Okay. We imported you. Here you are. Although your token is gross. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? Do I not have my token thing installed? That's probably what it is. What happens when you edit modules, and I want this Monk's token bar. Don't update. I'm telling you right now. Tokenizer. Here we go. Look at all these. I don't think that was in my video. I should have put that in my video. Oh. Whoop. Ah. Oh my god. So there we go. Now we have the token module. So you can change this and make it not look, because the square images are not fun. So yeah, but that's good. I think you can even, they have different versions of this, don't they? But I don't know what that is, and I don't care. I just make it quick. But now he'll be in a circle. So Jerry is this person, and you see this is token bar. So now it puts your AC and your passive perception down here, which is super nice. Get this out of here, and we're gonna edit this. Jerry as. But yeah, so I'll double circles. We don't need that. Delete, delete. Jerry token. No white. There we go. Apply. Oh, and then there you go. Look, so nice. I'll go ahead and I'll kind of call it quits here, but we still have lots to do with this. If you guys want, I can try to make more time next week and get it all done. By then, hopefully I'll have some more characters to import and stuff too. We can test some animations for those characters. And then I can make the one map, which I started right here. But we can finish it up, and or I could just do that to the Discord community. You guys let me know if you're part of the Discord community. That's like the best way to like chat with me. So if you're not a part of that, I don't know how you found me, but cool. If you have like questions, comments, you want me to make anything else for Foundry, in terms of one-shots or like items or importing things or whatever, you guys let me know, and I can make more videos about that stuff. I know I mean, I know as much as anybody else does, but I am not afraid of putting my face out there, I guess. So there's that. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be posting this as well if anybody wants a recap. Maybe I'll actually edit it though and cut it down because it felt like a lot of nothing happened. That's what happens when I'm tired. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one or on the Discord. Bye!